Really liked the editing, the graphics, and the cinematography, especially in the opening scene and the opening shot with the drone shot covering where our main subject is going. I think that the color correction is great because it does well to show the color or the cold weather of the UK, which is great at setting us up in their environment. I like seeing the reasoning behind this man's issues and how he got to the point of where he is. Although it's not an excusable thing, it's fine that we are able to understand because it's quite an unusual thing to be participating in. So I think it's a very unlikely story, but there's a lot of intrigue, especially with the comedic elements.
And at first, the way the film is written is brilliant, because at first you're like, is he getting food for himself, or is he actually stealing the food other people are ordering? Food and drink. Which shows also a different way that he went from one vice to another, smoking to stealing food. So while he's taking an accomplishment that he gets 100 days smoke free, he does have this other vice that's creeping in. That's actually a mark of brilliant storytelling, because it shows that he just has a very addictive personality, and that he needs to keep going and figuring it out, but shows that he does need actual help. It's a mark of brilliant storytelling. It was very comedic while realistic.
I liked having the app, pop up 98 days smoke free, 99 smoke free. And I don't know why, but I felt invested from the beginning. I just liked the pace of it. The music was, it was upbeat, but also interesting. And I loved this guy. He cracked me up. He was eating people's food, and I love the montage in the beginning with him going to each door and everything. And then when he did I feel like he found a higher purpose in a way with helping feed the homeless. I thought this guy was a really good actor, by the way, so great job to him, because when he was eating, it wasn't like he had a blank stare on his face. I could see the thoughts going on in his mind, and I like that a lot. I just felt like he had a lot going on underneath.
Well, your heart really goes out to this guy. He's trying hard, and he fails some, but in the end, he has some success. So, we're happy. We kind of feel like we're him as we're going through this journey here. But yeah, the lead actor was very relatable. He did a nice job. Everybody that was in it did a great job. We saw what he was up against with the kids at the beginning and whatnot. The kids were very good, very convincing. And he's helping out the homeless guy and all that. And there's a lot that's very relatable about this.
Of course, actions have consequences, and he ends up getting caught red-handed. But I really enjoy the fact that he then experiences the opposite side of, instead of reciprocating that negative energy, he realizes that he could just as easily retaliate with kindness. He instead of taking for himself, he gives back, and he sees just how happy he was able to make someone, and he decides to pursue that feeling. And I think that's a really beautiful message, because I feel like a lot of people are so caught up in retaliating, in defending their honor, their pride. They're so dead set on getting back at people who have wronged them, who have hurt them. But I feel like if we put more emphasis on spreading kindness to one another, that would fix a lot of issues in the world.
It has a more serious undertone, which allows room for character growth and reflection. I think it's really great how it's explored, and the editing and storytelling was a great job. I love the season that it's filmed in as well. There is something about that winter, early spring that just makes it come through the screen visually, and appreciate where the character is at. And I think it's also fitting for this story of character growth given this season. So really great choices there.
Really, really fun concepts, and a really great kind of way to take this, just because, especially post 2020, having food delivery is a way more common thing than it used to be. So I think that, just including that little snippet into it was really, really fun. Um, and like clearly he starts off, doing this soda. That's, maybe not so bad. And then like the honey or the syrup or, whatever that was a little worse, especially because he got straight up caught. And then he like branches onto like fully Tupperware, which so he's at this point he's committed to what he's doing. There's no like, oh, I accidentally, didn't hand it off or anything like that. Like that's full blooded commitment. Um, but clearly like he's doing it for a decent reason. Even if he is stealing from other people to do it. But I thought it was really, really fun. I really liked each of the different deliveries and, people's kind of reactions to him.